Alright, go ahead and keep on going. So we got these mud demon. They come out of the mud, and then they're very easy to defeat. Now we go ahead and keep on going. But yeah, this area is very weird area. I'd say even stranger than the chaos place in Aria of Sorrow. And this area is definitely harder to go through in comparison to the final area in Aria of Sorrow. This game, in general, I do think is harder than Aria of Sorrow. And Castlevania games are definitely known for their difficulty. Okay, hold up. I know the Bat Company is definitely obsolete for the most part, but Bat Company does still have its use in trying to dodge final guards. So I'm definitely standing behind them so I can cheese this fight, and there we go. I mean, at this point, like, even being a few extra levels higher at this point is not very, like, it's not super beneficial. Oh, come on. No! Okay. Oh, what?! That's crazy. Whoa! What? You just, like, zip on the upper part. Isn't that insane? Okay. Let's go and keep on going. And I believe now we're gonna reach the bottom part for a bit. Yep. Make your way up here. And we have a boss coming up. So go ahead and make your way up over here. You want to go inside this room because you most definitely want to save. Because this next boss fight is unfun. Basically, most of these boss fights from here on, they're unfun. Maybe I'm just saying that as a bias because I didn't really have a good time with them in my first playthrough. But I'm not looking forward to this fight, so here we go. Alright, so this is Abaddon. And Abaddon is the way it works is the way he strikes down his wand determines what bat pattern is going to come out here. And some patterns are much easier to dodge over others, so you have to pay attention as to whoa. You have to pay attention to how he swings his wand to know what move to use to dodge. God dang it. Oh my goodness. So yeah, aside from that, the fight itself isn't too bad. It's just that it's so easy to get comboed very hard by those flying stuff. I think I failed. Okay, nice. Alright. Very nice. And so we get the Abaddon Soul, and the Abaddon Soul is a really good soul to use. Because it sends out those flying things, those flying bat things, and they home in on enemies too. Which can be very useful for enemies that are like really annoying to hit. Because then the Abaddon Soul can do the job for you. Alright, so then we go and keep on going. These enemies are interesting because they summon these, oh my god. These enemies, I don't know how to pronounce them. So you can definitely farm off of these enemies if you'd like. So then we go and keep on going on to the next screen. And, oh boy. Okay. We got Iron Golem, it's back. Okay, you know what? Let me do this. There we go. And then we're gonna cheese the heck out of this fight. As long as the Panther does not get in the way. There we go. So the Iron Golem will not turn around. So if you're behind him, then you will. That's pretty much a free opportunity to get hits in and not get hit by him. And the reason I'm not using the Claim, even though it is the strongest weapon, is because this Iron Golem does. I can confirm this now. He has an infinite defense. And will only resist all but 1 damage. Which can be really annoying. Alright, so now we are approaching the top right part of the map. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, so we're actually almost through this area. Pretty exciting. Get out of here, succubus. There we go. Uh-oh. Okay. Anytime you see these enemies, they're scary. Lots of spikes. Over here is a warp room. And then right over here, there is a save room. So, we are about to approach final boss territory, believe it or not. So, what I will do is I'm going to go ahead and get out Death. I'm also going to get out the Abaddon Soul. And I will also equip the Abaddon Soul on this set as well. Even though I'm mostly going to use the Claim for pretty much most of this fight coming up. Alright, as soon as you enter this room, then... Hold up, what? Okay, I don't know what happened, but if I somehow did not go in here, but this is a warp room, if you need to go back, which is convenient because the save room is also right here nearby, and I don't know, if I somehow missed this room for whatever reason, then that is the room that allowed me to get 100% map completion. So, everything that I've explored up until this point is the entire game. So, with that being said, after that strange interruption, we are going inside. Let's go. Soma? What happened? He arrived too late, quite simply. He gained dominance over a calamitous demon. I tried to prevent the summoning ritual from happening, but your dark power failed to overcome the power I gained from the sacrifice. Sacrifice? Celia! Such an unseemly sight. Begone! You killed your own ally? She had always dreamed of seeing the Dark Lord. She served me to the end in my becoming. She should feel honored. Not only that, she even helped me take care of that pesky Arcado. He's right. He sacrificed reverse the flow of my dark power. The stage is now set. We shall see whose power of dominance prevails. What? This cannot be! My dominance should be complete! So that's what's happening. Arcado, what's going on? The power of dominance isn't easily contained. He isn't like you. His soul can't withstand a power that intense. Liar! I've heard enough from you! Ugh! Arcado! I am the chosen one! I am the Dark Lord! I shall not succumb to the power! Whoa! It's useless. You can't control it. Whoa! The demons under his dominance, they fuse as one? Letting this out would be a disaster. It must end here. Alright. Now, this is Menace. And this is a very hard fight. Now, we've seen hard fights up until this point. This is the hardest fight in the game. So, first thing you want to do is you want to aim for the weak point, which is obviously the head. And wow! Okay, so that bottom mouth will shoot out poison. Usually, it didn't this time. So I'm actually very surprised that it didn't do that and gave me a really easy first phase. Now the second phase is where things get very hard because you have to aim for both the mouth and the leg of this giant demon, while also avoiding the punch moves, the legs if you're trying to aim for the leg spot. And also what makes this fight even more painful is that there are these little things, I don't know what they're supposed to be, but they will come after you. And they do a lot of damage if you get hit by them. So this is why I have the Death Soul, because the Death Soul will easily take care of these things, and all I have to do is just worry about the boss. So that is my strategy. Now, if you've upgraded your Great Sword all the way up to Claim, then this it'll do a massive amount of damage each time, and having the Claim is very useful up until this point. So I took care of the head now. Now it's time to aim for the legs, and hopefully we can do it. All the attacks here, they hurt. So stocking up on healing items is necessary. This fight is much, much harder than the Chaos fight back in Aria of Sorrow. So you want to be very, very careful. Alright, so once again I'm going to go and heal up MP so I can keep using the Death Soul in case these things decide to get in my way. And at this point, I should be almost done with this fight. Now, without Claim, I would recommend using long-range attacks, and that's it! Thank you so much for watching my Let's Play of Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. I hope you all enjoyed. Stop! What are you doing? This place won't hold. We have to get out. It's finally over. We're finished here. Let's go. Soma, what's wrong? Tell me, just what is the Dark Lord? What Celia told you wasn't necessarily wrong. The Dark Lord is the entity opposite to God. Then that means there will always be a need for a Dark Lord. All because I ducked out from becoming the next in line. Don't misconstrue me. Perhaps there is a need for the Dark Lord. But there's no reason at all for you to become the Dark Lord. But if it weren't for me, none of this would have happened. You're neither a god nor a demon. You're only human. You have no chance at ever achieving perfection. Or are you saying you want to be the Dark Lord? No, of course not. Then stay true to that. Look. There are people waiting for you. Don't break their hearts. Everyone. You kept your promise. Welcome back, Soma. Looks like you're all done. Your face says it all. Arcado, you're right. Mina, what are you doing here? What do you mean? I was so worried. Oh, Mina, I'm sorry. Don't cry. Gotcha. Welcome back, Soma. Poor Soma. She'll have you wrapped around her finger. Oh, without a doubt. I like to be wrapped around Yoko's finger. What are you saying? We're not like that. That's right. No need to be bashful, you two. If the world needs a Dark Lord, it will emerge. Even if it's not you, Soma. And that concludes my Let's Play of Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. This was a very fun experience, and I am very happy to have finally tried this game out. As I have said before in the playthrough, that Aria of Sorrow was definitely one of my favorite Castlevania games, and to finally play its sequel is definitely something that's been long overdue within the channel itself. I thought the story itself was pretty interesting. Some cult who want to eliminate Soma Cruz in order to revive the Dark Lord, which presumably is Dracula. I thought that was crazy. I really wish I could have seen what happened between Dmitrii and Celia, even though I know why Celia met her demise. And just like usual in Castlevania games in general, I do enjoy the non-linearity of these games. I think, in my opinion, it's really fun to explore around and fill up the entire map of the castle. I have pretty mixed opinions on the magic seals in order to finish off boss fights, but that is mainly because the touchscreen itself can be very finicky, and it's very well known across multiple DS games that the touchscreen is pretty finicky, and I've never really had an issue with using the touchscreen in most DS games. However, in this game, there are a few times, whether it's practicing for the game or during the playthrough, where I felt that I got a little bit gypped when trying to finish off a boss using a magic seal. And fortunately, when this game got remade on the Dominus Collection, they did include a compromise with the magic seals that completely eliminates the issue that I have with it. So I am looking forward to it once I come back to this game on the Dominus Collection. I do like how in this game you can use the souls to upgrade your weapons, which I felt is a really nice addition to the system.
in comparison to Aria of Sorrow, where if you're not going to be using most of the souls that you obtain from enemies, then you can at least use the souls to better your equipment, which I felt personally was a really nice incentive in order to grind certain souls. And I don't usually like grinding for souls because most of the time it's luck-based, and some enemies have very low drop rates when it comes to farming off their souls. And I like that more than how they handled getting sub-weapons or sub-abilities from enemies in Portrait of Ruin. I am going to give my rating for this game an 8.5 out of 10. It's a bit lower than what rating I gave in comparison to Order of Ecclesia and Portrait of Ruin. And that's mainly because while I did have a pretty satisfying experience, and that the difficulty of this game is definitely an overall fun kind of difficult challenge, I did felt like some areas, particularly Cursed Clock Tower and Condemned Tower, both had some pretty cryptic difficulty in terms of difficult enemies. Some of the bosses definitely felt very cryptic as well in terms of difficulty. Gurgoth was unnecessarily hard, in my opinion. Death and Abaddon definitely were really annoying to me as well, even though I got lucky on Death. But Death is definitely a boss where if you struggle on that boss fight, then it can definitely go out of hand very quickly. I also don't usually like to criticize final bosses because the point of final bosses is that they are supposed to be hard, but I definitely felt like the Menace fight was the most cryptic of them all. Even though I kind of cheesed the fight by using the Death Soul in order to get all those mouth things out of the way as much as I can, those mouth things definitely ruin it for me in terms of my enjoyment of the boss fight. So just like usual, whenever you complete Dawn of Sorrow, you do get some new additions that get added in the game, such as a boss rush mode, which means you're able to fight all the bosses back to back in a time trial, and then you get rewarded with a really powerful weapon known as the RPG if you're able to complete it. If you get the bad ending in the Garden of Madness, where Soma sees the fake Mina, then you unlock Julius mode, which means you can play through the game using Julius, which makes a return from Aria of Sorrow. And like I said in the other previous two Castlevania LPs, I may show it off as a bonus sometime in the future. But for now, that is everything I have to show for this game. So as I said, in Order of Ecclesia and Portrait of Ruin, I do intend on redoing all three of these games in the future on the Dominus collection. I know it sounds kind of silly because all three of these games mostly have no changes, with Dawn of Sorrow having the most change with fixing the magic seal system. But I did enjoy all three of these games so much that I really do want to play all three of those games again. So with all that said, thank you all so much for watching my Let's Play of Dawn of Sorrow, and I will see you guys on the next playthrough, and I cannot wait to revisit this game again on the Dominus Collection.